I'm excited to share that we are joined again by the incredible Mary D'Agostino, an intuitive psychic medium, healer, astrologer, and teacher who will guide you on a journey of self-love, inner harmony, and embracing our true worth. You'll join Mary in setting meaningful intentions, weaving in the magic of the full moon in Leo and the new moon in Pisces. She also gives powerful meditations and journaling exercises to help you nurture personal growth and healing. Plus, she offers inspiring homework, including mantras and journaling prompts to keep your momentum going into the year. Enjoy. Many blessings.
Hello, everyone. I'm here again to welcome all of you from Grief and Rebirth podcast to our Rise and Renew Takeover experience. I am Mary D'Agostino. I'm an intuitive. I am creator of Heart of Gaia Healing Arts, and I welcome you with open arms into my healing space here. I come to you from Colorado, from Fort Collins, Colorado, in my healing arts space, and warmly welcome you here to part 2 of my Rise and Renew Takeover. You can find part 1, go to Grief and Rebirth, episode 294, and we aired that episode on January 1st. My participation here is to help you meet this new year ahead of us with the most authentic self, with self-care, self-love. And I'm here to share with you a few time-honored ancient and modern traditions of finding self-discovery, healing, empowerment through astrology and through journaling. So again, I'm Mary D'Agostino, and I have been doing journaling or diary keeping since I was a young girl. And as you probably might find that you might have been given a diary back in the day or told about journaling. So I work both virtually and in person, and I come to you now on this day to talk to you about some things that I feel are really going to help you. Again, as I said, ancient, highly effective tools that are brought forward, astrology and journaling. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to channel a bit of intuitive information from the cosmos. I call it the cosmic heart. Everything that I bring through is in the highest energy of divine love. And it is always to assist you wake up your inner wise self and come home to yourself. Find ways that are effective and timely to take really good self-care and allow your inner knowing to come out. We got to coax it sometimes. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to be with you for about the next 30 to 40 minutes, guiding you through a little bit of meditation, some journaling, some inner reflection that will all assist you. So if you want to take a listen to the podcast part 1, go ahead and do that now or later. But during this time together, I'm going to let you know that you can ready yourself and prepare by finding a nice quiet place where you won't be disturbed, and you can take some time, have a notebook, pen, paper with you so you can jot some notes and perhaps reignite or start a process of listening within and writing and receiving great insight, because you know you do carry so very much wisdom within you. Whether you believe that to be true or not, I know it's true. So again, you can go back to Grief and Rebirth episode 294 for part 1, but you don't have to listen to that first. You can jump in right now. Get yourself prepared, get your cup of tea, writing utensil, and here we go. So a little backstory, why work with astrology? Well, I believe that, and I know this to be highly effective in my own experience, that astrology is a blueprint of the soul. So it's a key to open up the vast information of who you are as a soul being. And your soul is also another word for your higher self, your inner wisdom, and your inner knowing. So just know that we each come equipped with this inner being that is our ever helpful, ever supportive part of who we are. And journaling, the backstory of journaling, I kind of mentioned when I was 10 years old, I was given a diary, and I used it at that time, as a 10-year-old would, to take note of my day and write little things in there. I get a nice little chuckle out of what I wrote. My deepest, darkest experiences of being mad at my sister, or what I ate for dinner. But fast forward, I have found that even in those little notes that I took, an opening and an awakening, and I bet you have done this too, of self-discovery, that there's this beautiful being inside of you. Astrology unlocks that. And what we're going to talk about is the full moon and the new moon, and how to follow the energies of the new moon and the full moon in astrology, and how simple that can be, how easy it is. Some of you listening may already do that, but it is incredibly valuable to follow the rhythms of the moon and the astrology movement of the sun and the moon and the sky. And then if you take that into your personal life, you can follow the seasons, whether you live in a place that has vivid seasons, as I do here in Colorado, or not. There are seasons of growing, seasons of resting, seasons of planting, seasons of preparing. Right now in the upper hemisphere, we're in a season of winter, of rest and renewal. And the astrology, the moon, follows rhythms and cycles and has a pull on our body. So while some of us on the upper half of the world are resting and replenishing, the lower half is growing and flourishing in summer. But wherever you are, know that you're in a season that is ripe and rich for personal growth and healing. So let's dive into this. I'm going to channel some information right now about this year ahead. I want us to be able to stay in the season we are and not look too far ahead. But I wanted to bring into this time that we have together the information that this is a 9-year. So numerology and astrology are kind of family, sisters, brothers, so to speak, of symbols and ancient ways of making sense of life. So it is a 9-year if you add the numbers 2025 up. And I just want to touch on this because I feel it's incredibly important for us all to understand. So wherever you live, wherever you are on the planet Earth, we're all going through a 9-year. A 9 is the number of completion, but it is also the number in Tarot, which is also full of astrology and numerology. It is the sign of the hermit. So think about this. We're all going through a 9-year, which is about the word completion. But don't forget, as we open up, delve in, that we've been through all the cycles of 1 through 8. And that means that everything that you have learned over the last 8 years is now with you. It is for you. It is supporting you. It is upholding you. It is bringing you to a deeper awareness of your worth, of your inner power, of all that you've been through. So whether you feel you've done a great job or a terrible job, or anywhere in between over the last years, I'm going to beckon to you that you have grown quite a bit. I'm going to beckon that truth out of you and just sit with that for a moment. So all of the wisdom, all of the self-reflection, all the care that you've given yourself over the last 8 years is now there for you. These podcasts you listen to, the classes you've taken, the wishing and the hoping and the movement, it's all something that you get to take with you. So that's this year. Don't forget, while you're finished with certain things, you are also starting a new beginning. So completions are full of all that has come from the past and all the wonderful desires that you look forward to. So you're in this moment of completion and you're able to have some self-reflection. So the first thing that we're going to do, again, as I'm talking about the hermit is all about awakening the inner wisdom of all that you've been through, all that you've learned. And it is that wisdom that you are awakening within you. And the wisdom is also about creating a safe inner world where you can retreat to when the outer world becomes loud. Because with completion, if you haven't already seen it, there comes a letting go, and sometimes it's a gripping. I talked about that in part 1, and you're finding that or feeling that inside of you that you might not want to let go. And the reason why is that you aren't ready or sure of what's next. So that's why this year, it is a year to remember, to bring into your inner world the light of all that you've already accomplished, all the wonderful ways you've already shown up for yourself. The love that grows, the love that you always had alive within you. This is a year to set fire to the love, your heart. It's a year of self-love, self-harmony, inner worth, self-respect, self-value. It is a time where you get to cultivate that within you. When the outer world becomes loud, you retreat inside and you make a nice little nest. And you say, I think I'll spend some time listening to that which brings me a sense of peace or joy, harmony. And so we're going to step from that place of delving within, going, maybe I want to become like the hermit for just a little bit and go within. What do I find in there? So I want to assure you that there is a light, there is a candle, and I'm holding it for you right now as you peer inside. And as you sit inside of this inner chamber of your heart, I want to share with you that the challenges that you have met over the last 8 years and prior to that, the challenges don't define who you are, but how you responded to the challenges are that which you take forth. You know, life is a journey, and we don't always want what it gives us, and there's no way to go around the challenges. Instead, if you can meet them with a sense of self-discovery and a sense of possibility that you are also meeting your inner power, your strength, and your inner wisdom, that makes all the difference. So again, challenges happen. Life happens to everyone. Everyone has challenges. It's how we meet them that we get to take with us. So let's discover some of that. So I would like you to think about some of the words that I might have said already that rang true for you. And we're going to do a little word play. So we're going to do a little word play with setting our intentions in alignment with our inner wisdom under the light of this full moon that is going to be coming to us on February 12th. So if I were to ask you, what would you like your 2025 to be about? What one word comes into your awareness? What would you like your 2025 to be about? One word. If there's a word that kind of shone a little brighter, you felt something in your body. I used the words loving, peace, harmony, self-love, value, respect, worth, fulfilled, healing, transformational. So what word would you like your 2025 to be about? So picking a word, closing your eyes. Remember, challenges happen in life. Our response to the challenges, that is in our hand. It's in your heart. So here you go. The word that is inspiring to you, the word that is that candle light in your own heart, whatever it may be, close your eyes and just let that word kind of float in your awareness. And I'm going to take you into your inner world, the domain of the hermit, going within. And there you see a beautiful orange glow. So just feel, sense, know. You don't have to see clearly. Just know that there is an orange glow. And you feel that it's coming from your second chakra. So that's the area just below your navel. So just imagine, sense, feel a beautiful orange glow. And just feel that orange glow filling up your whole body. And just feel it filling up your heart, mixing with that candle, with all the light and the love in your heart, making it really bright, really brilliant. Feeling it flowing down your arms, feeling that filling up your throat chakra, moving up, filling up your head. And just as that orange glow fills up your body, you can also feel the release of tension. Imagine that it's also allowing the release. The orange glow is allowing the release of tension that you may carry in your neck, in your head, in your face, in your jaw. Just letting that tension kind of soak into that orange color. Any tension you might carry in your belly, in your back, up and down your spine is melting, softening. Any tension you carry in your hips, your legs, your feet, it's melting, softening. And then bringing your awareness back into that orange glow in your belly and the word that you feel you would like your 2025 to be about. Maybe there's another word, and just allow that to be there. And before we move on, I want you to imagine, sense, or feel that you're tucking that word into your heart of what you'd like your 2025 to be about, into your heart. And just know that every time you may need it, it'll be there for you. This is a support word. It is a focus word. I'll share with you a word that came to me, and the word was content. And so content is there for support. It's there to remind me when I feel overwhelmed or if I need guidance, that's the word I choose to turn to. And I would invite you to do the same with your word. It's not something that I may feel all the time. And that's not the point. The point is, what would I like to feel? And what am I aspiring to? And then one of the points is to be very, very kind, gentle, loving with yourself as you aspire to something that you desire. That's another little key or cue to the study of astrology or the channeling of the blueprint of your soul and journaling. It's remembering that being self-loving in all you do is truly the key. And it takes time. It takes learning how to do that. We're not taught that. So here we are. You got your word, and you can add it to any other words that you'd like, but content. And so I'd like to use that word to guide me, and I'm sharing my experience with you to let you know that this is always a loving learning experience. Life is a learning experience, and we're always learning. So I have things in my life that bring me great contentment. I have space in me that is content, and that's what I wish to grow and remind myself of when things get loud or overwhelming. Each day brings you an opportunity to connect with what it is you desire. So before we move on, I want you to do a little intention setting. Take your word and then put before your word, I am. So for example, I am content. Some days that might feel true. Some days it might not. Some moments it might feel true. Some moments you might have a little bit of a hard time. But if there's anything that you take from our time together today, just remember that you have so much love and support inside of your own body and mind. So much, so much. I'm here to remind you of that. Yes, I am. All righty. So you got your word, you got your focus, you have some information that helps you, guides you right inside of your being. You came up with the word. I could have said it, but it was something in you that you chose this word, this essence, this feeling to guide you with so much love. So here I'm going to switch gears a little bit. Keep your pen and paper out. Stay in that beautiful orange, softening energy, receiving, receptive. So focusing on the cycles of the moon. Astrology is huge. You don't have to know everything about everything. You probably know your sun sign. You might know more than that. If you want an astrology reading, an intuitive, guided spiritual astrology reading, you can contact me for that. But just know that everyone has all 12 of the sun signs in their chart. And so whatever sign you were born under, that is a focus, another focus for you in this life, but it's not everything. We have all the signs. So full moon on February 12th is in the sign of Leo. What kind of soul support can this full moon offer you? What kind of support can this Leo full moon on February 12th offer you to support you in your intention, your word, your healing, your transformation, your contentment, your love, your peace, your harmony, and your sharing with others, whatever it is that you are desiring? So Let me talk about Leo a little bit. And again, remembering you have this energy in you. It is part of your soul blueprint. Leo is connected with the sun energy. It is warmth. It is fire. It's a fire element. It brings both, as we know, fire is life-giving and it's also destructive. Fire is associated with alchemy, which is the turning of something difficult, heavy, dark into brightness. It is into gold. So gold, the sun, warmth, life-sustaining. Think about it this way. This February 12th full moon is going to give you the opportunity to receive some sustenance, something that you need to remember that will put a fire, warmth, energy exactly where it's needed. So it's also the energy of love, unconditional, generous love. Leo is associated with the heart, courage, and bravery, doing things that may feel scary, but there's a spark in you, and it's the energy of passion. Life creativity. It is new beginnings, new life, and it fuels that which you might think is done or over with. It fuels it. It shines light on something that you might have thought was over or too difficult. So remember that. Just remembering too that every single thing on our planet needs the sun. So under this full moon that is coming, and the energy of this full moon is available when you listen to this anytime. I'm channeling the energy into this time together. Sun, warmth, showing the way when it seems that all hope is lost. Leo never gives up hope. Leo believes that the sun will always rise, and a very powerful energy to embrace, to believe in, to invite in at this time. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel, the speck of gold that after a long, hard travel, there's the light. So don't give up, because Leo's showing you that there is a way forward. Also, it's a very self-enamored sign of energy or essence. So again, as I talked about the hermit and self-love, and so relying on yourself, but in a way that is truly healthy and beautiful and powerful. It's like that child who says, no, I can do it. I can do it myself. And the reason why is because there's nothing like accomplishing a difficult task that you are meant to accomplish. So some tasks are difficult because they're not meant for you. So Leo is also asking you, what is yours to do? What is yours to do? This is so powerful and such an important energy that's coming through. You know that feeling when you're trying to do someone else's work for them, or somebody else is trying to do your work for you. And maybe it's an easy way out, but it doesn't give you that fulfillment and that satisfaction of what your soul is meant to be doing. So this is the time, everyone. What are you here meant to be doing? And it is different for everyone. We all are doing our part, and that makes this amazing planet Earth, right? So the sun will show you, the sun will guide you. What might you need? Here's some questions, maybe take note. What might you need to help your self-confidence, your self-esteem, or your courage? What might you need? You know, Do you need a push? Do you need to remember what you're here doing? Your soul blueprint? You might. Do you need to be nourished, be rested? It's still the winter here in the upper hemisphere. So you might need to wait. You might need to be prepping and bolstering and getting ready to burst out. And what do you need? What might you need to help your self-confidence, self-esteem, and your courage? Self-knowledge is what I'm offering you here. And then also another message from this Leo full moon on February 12th. Do something that feels scary, but also feels exhilarating. And that you have a pretty good idea will turn out okay. You know, it's like, don't do something again. Is it yours to do? Take a risk and do it. If it's yours to do, take a risk and do it. If you need some guidance, you know where to turn. And remember this, it's okay to feel overwhelmed or that life has thrown you a lot, because that is the collective truth right now. But remember the part 2, you aren't being punished, and you surely don't deserve this. So those punished, deserve, you didn't do it right, if only I renew, if only I didn't, all those things. If only I figured out the right way or did it better. No. This is the year where that belief system that you deserve something bad because you should have known, or this is the year when that belief system collectively and personally moves aside. The Leo energy comes out and says, hey, you did great. Look at you. You're a beautiful star in your own right. You faced that challenge and you tried your best. Let's go. Let's shine. And the more you rely on your inner power and align your soul with that, with your inner, align your soul, align who you are, align your authentic self. Leo can't help but be their authentic self. That's just the way they are. That's in you. Remember that. And give yourself lots and lots of credit for what you've already accomplished, big and small things, like whatever it might be for you. Nothing is too small of an accomplishment under this Leo full moon. The whole month of February is give yourself credit for what you've accomplished. That's the whole year, this whole year. The Hermit, go within. Remember, completion, 9-year. Go within. What have you accomplished? And it's not about an outer idea of success and accomplishment. It's about inside of you. And make sure that you surround yourself with things, people, thoughts, essence that acknowledge you for what you bring in small ways and big ways. Remember that's kind of your responsibility. So if people or experiences or things make you feel bad about yourself, do your best to remove yourself from those situations, those relationships, and take your time. But remember, you don't deserve ever to be mistreated or not loved. So collectively, our world is going to continue to go through big changes. The more you rely on your inner power and give yourself lots and lots of credit for what you've already accomplished, the better off you'll be. Sometimes you really need to do it yourself. As I was talking about that whole do it yourself, Leo is I can do it. And then give yourself space to try the new things, do what's risky, but also treat yourself with so much love and so much joy. Leo is also the sign of joy. It's the sign of children and the child and creativity. So Leo loves to create and make things happen, make things for their own pleasure. So think about children Think about how children are before they're, imprinted with this belief system that we are now taking off of ourselves as adults. Going back to that inner child, the child that is before they got bashed around by the world, by beliefs, by systems that were not aligned with their well-being. They're joyful, they're creative, they want to explore. That's the energy that greets you and meets you and invites you in under this full moon on February 12th. And remember, again, anytime you're listening to this, you can be in that energy. Anytime you can invoke it, you can channel it, you can say, oh, right now. You don't have to be in that moment of when the moon is full. You can invoke the energy and use it. Leo loves that. Just take the sun, use it, harness that sun, harness the sunlight, make it big, make it stand out. Another thing, any forcing, pushing, that doesn't feel helpful, you don't need that. Joy, the natural essence of who you are, let that be revealed. Take a risk. So the full moon is full in Leo. The opposite of Leo is Aquarius. And the sun is in Aquarius. The moon is in Leo. So taking in that energy, I'm going to add a few little tidbits of helpful information. Mental self-control is important during this whole month. So again, back to how I led you to begin with. Get your word, focus on that, use it, and to focus on what you desire to have happen, what you desire. Content. I am content. If you're having negative self-talk and doubts, the way to curb them is to take an action. So I'm feeling discontent. So take an action that is loving, self-loving, and self-care. Okay, then I'm going to go, what would be self-loving or invoking self-care? I'm feeling discontentment. I'm focused on contentment. I will take an action to bring contentment in, which for me would be to sit on my couch, wrap myself up in a nice, cozy, warm blanket, and drink some tea. Yep, there you go. So take an action. It's not just going to happen, people, out of thin air. That's why we do all this. We focus, we get aligned, but focusing on self-love, self-care. And again, I'll remind you, when you invoke a new way of being, all the little voices can come up and go, well, you don't deserve that, and da-da-da-da, and you shouldn't be sitting there. You should be cleaning your house. You should be taking care of other people. And that's when you go, okay, all right, I'm invoking the Leo courage. And I'm going to be like that kid who's like tired and needs a nap or a cookie or a timeout. And I'm going to take it. There you go. So use your mental energy of the Aquarius energy to apply, take an action on self-love, self-care. And it's okay when those questions come up. You just say, thank you for sharing. I'm going to do some self-care anyway. That back and forth are going to continue during this year because we're all realigning. We're all remembering that we came here with the soul, with the heart, with courage to speak our truth, to be our big, bright, beautiful selves. And we never have to fall in line or fall for others' dramas. Okay? So every astrological sign energy has a downside. So as you can imagine, a negative side. There's a negative and a positive, and the evolution that we're all going through personally and as a planet collectively, as a humanity, is to aspire to the light side, But as we know, as we do that, we have to acknowledge that there is going to be a pull to the negative side. And we say, oh, thank you for sharing. I'm going to be the sun. I'm going to be the bright side of Leo. I'm going to be the life-giving, life-sustaining, self-love, lots and lots and lots and lots of self-love and self-care. And yes, I hear you over there wanting all the attention, being all dramatic, trying to play out the negative energy of the king or the queen. That's a Leo energy. It's just when you pay attention to the fact that some people, and you do, choose at times that you will choose to go on the dark side or whatever, however you want to call it, want drama, want attention. It's like, oh yeah, we all do that. And then apply self-love and get yourself back on track. Okay. So I'm going to now shift gears. I just channeled the information. I hope that was helpful and insightful and positive for you. Gave you some tidbits. You took notes. You can rewind and listen again. But this next few minutes is going to be a guided meditation in Leo, with that lion, with that courageous, brave heart roar. All right. So closing your eyes, we're going to shift gear, and I'm going to remind you, remember, you have a little candle, golden light in your heart space. To sense, feel, know that beautiful golden light. You can see it as a candlelight, just right in the middle of your body. And then take a nice big breath in. And as you breathe in, you can feel that light, that gentle warmth growing. It's just such a warm, generous, loving, big hug energy, big hug from the universe, big hug from the sun, the perfect amount of heat, of love, generosity. And then take another deep breath. And as you inhale again, feel the warmth. And as you exhale, feel it flowing all throughout your body. And come with me for a moment into this beautiful meadow. In your inner mind, just sense, feel, or know you're in a meadow and the sun is shining. It's a perfect, warm summer day. And the flowers are blooming and they're just beautiful in all the colors. And you're safe. And you're centered. You're at home. And you feel this immense energy of joy. It's like a vibration of movement coming up from below, this gentle vibration, and it's flowing into your feet, moving up your legs. It's entering into your whole body, this joy. And you feel held in this energy, this gentle vibration of joy. And it's moving any blocks, any self-doubt. It's just gently dissolving anywhere in your body, anywhere in your mind, anywhere in your energy that you feel that you have a block or a heaviness. This vibration is dissolving it. And I want you to listen. This is the mantra for this full moon in Leo. I am fueled by joy. I am adding play to everything I do. I am fueled by joy. I am adding play to everything I do. So the way that you work with that mantra is you write it down, and every day you look at it. Every day you remember sitting in that meadow, sitting in this meadow, in this moment, and feeling the vibration move through your body, that light in your heart, that golden light becoming big. Joy, playful, fuel, essence, energy. This moment can be taken with you all throughout the month, all throughout the year. When you go in to meet that inner wisdom, you are met by this light. You are fueled by joy. Everything you do is playful, alive, filled with love. So when you're ready, you can come back into this space. We're going to go do a little bit more before this time is over. So you can stop the recording and get yourself situated, or just open your eyes and listen. So here we are next. We're going to talk about the new moon that's in February, the month of February, that is on February 28th. So 2 weeks after the full moon is a new moon. Every couple of weeks, we're in a new cycle. So with that heart, playful joy energy, we're going to meet ourselves in this new moon in Pisces. So the moon is new when it's dark, and the sun and the earth blocks the sun from shining on the moon. Talked about that in the first episode here that I came to you with. It's very calculated, and it's astronomy, and we can count on it. And then we get to use it to our benefit to help us grow and heal and transform and evolve and find inner peace and make our lives matter and full of meaning in ways that are for us to do. So here we are. The new moon on the 28th will be a touchstone. So for everything that I've already shared in this podcast, you'll need a focus, right? We did a focus, a word, then the self-care, playfulness of Leo. And then the message of this new moon is to not allow the distractions, the difficulties or confusing ideas to deter you from your destination. So the destination, it's that word. So on February 28th, when the moon is new and it's dark and we can't see the new moon up there and it's no longer Leo, we have to go, uh-oh, what is this? We're in Pisces now. Pisces is the energy of the sea, the deep sea. It's also the energy of the one heart. So it's beyond the Leo self, and it's inclusive of all the energies, of all the one hearts, of all the collective. So it's a little bit, it's kind of nebulous. So you might find, again, distractions or confusion kind of loud. And you're going to say, oh, wait, I have a word. Remember? I have that Leo. I have that time in the sun, in the meadow. I know my desires. I can feel my joy. I remember play. Remember that. Remember that. And you must continue to strengthen your word, strengthen your focus, strengthen. You've got it. You've got this. So, for example, my word, content. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, but so-and-so out there, and this is happening. And I have to go, oh, wait, contentment, get back inside. Remember. Focus on what action you can take to make your word real, to make it settle in, to make it part of your being. So this is real life here. We are really doing the work. Good on you. So remember that no matter where you are on your journey, if you're listening and drawn to listening to your inner self in some way, drawn to the path of your soul, personal and spiritual growth, you are awakened. You're part of the solution. You are. Okay. You wouldn't be listening to this if you weren't. So don't doubt that. But you're going to need fuel. And in this dark moon, in this new moon on February 28th, the new moon is asking you to use this new moon. Use it, make it real. Use your spiritual knowing to rise up, to rise above. Use it, go within, connect to that source. Take that spiritual love that feels like, what does that mean? And make it real. So whatever that might mean to you, say a prayer, go walk barefoot on the earth, hug a tree, call your friends, hug your kids, make art this whole year. It's to self-express. So I don't care who you are an artist. You're an artist of your own life. You're an artist of the soul. You're an artist of your light. You're an artist of that sun of who you are. Express it, speak it, write poetry, make a haiku, make color, anything playful. Remember the Leo, because this new moon is asking you to take all that and use it to rise above the clouds, because there's a need for that right now. So the moon is dark. It might feel confusing. You remember your power. You remember your soul. You do something, take an action to ignite your light, and then you will see clearer. It's the only way. You'll fly up above the clouds, and that's where you're supposed to go. So at the crux of everything, we all desire to feel connected. But to feel connected under this new moon on February 28th, we need to go above the fray. And that which will bounce us up above the fray is to remember that you are the driver of your own vehicle. You are in the driver's seat. And if you don't feel like you are, get in it. You decide. You are the focus. You need to take action that puts you as the author of your own life. And use your intuition, okay? Because under the Pisces new moon, your intuition is going to be very, very high. It is how, we hear about, we are all one, okay? We are. Only yet at a level where we as humans, and we're all human, everybody in a body is got to grapple with being human and being spiritual. So under this new moon, you're going to say, yes, I am a spiritual being having a human experience, and I need to be very clear and truthful in both of those. So I will use my intuition, and I will use it to take action that is helpful and purposeful for me in my life. Trust your immediate knowing. Go there. Go trust your intuition more than you might have trusted it before. If anything feels confusing or heavy or sad or harmful, it is. Just know that. This new moon has asks. If you've understood something so far about how I channel the energies, they're not going to tell you what to do. They're going to ask ask of you something. It compels you. These energies are compelling you to be more authentic, more yourself, more truthful, and awaken all of who you are. So it's an opportunity under this new moon to use your spiritual senses, your intuition, your senses that aren't necessarily honored or acknowledged by everyday life. It's asking you to use them and apply them to your everyday life. And that will lift you above all the confusion, all the doubt, all the worry, all the tendencies to dissociate. If you take those spiritual things that you might feel are spiritual and you trust them and you apply them to your everyday life. So we're going to do a guided meditation. Okay, get out of your left brain. I just gave you lots of information, peppered with lots of energy that has settled in you somewhere or pinged you somewhere, activated a chakra in a good way, activated. That's how my work is. Words, energies activate, and then you can open and you can clear and you can align with the truth of who you are. So here we go. Opening your intuitive self, your intuitive being. Sit. Now, I prefer you sitting. All the language moves over to the left, and you are sitting under a golden shower of light. You look above and you see it just streaming like a giant shower head, and the light is golden. And there are streaks of color in the light. You might sense it or feel it or know it. And down from that golden shower above your head comes the color red. A red light streaming downward, flowing throughout your whole body, going all the way down into the core of the earth. This stream of red light connects with the core of the earth and comes back up and settles in your root chakra, filling up your legs and the bottom of your spine with this red, vibrant, rich red color. Then down from the shower of light comes the color orange, flowing down through your body, connecting with the core of the Mother Earth, and then flowing back up and settling in your sacral chakra, awakening your energy to receive love and joy, deep connection with your life and with others, in healing love. And then down from the shower comes the color yellow, bright like that yellow sun you sat under, all the way down through your body into the core of the earth and then back up again. And it settles in your belly, in your solar plexus, empowering you, filling you with the warmth and generosity of life force energy. Down from that shower of light comes the color green. Green flows through your body, all the way down through your feet into the core of the earth, and then flows right back up again and settles in your heart center, just flushing that beautiful green life force energy all throughout your body, infusing you with affinity, reciprocity, connection, the one heart, your heart, the hearts of those you love, unimpeded connection, reciprocal. Down from that shower flows the color blue like the sky, all the way down through your feet into the core of the earth and back up again. It settles in your throat area, just cleansing and clearing and opening up all your truth. There's no fear, no constriction in your throat, your shoulders. They gently soften to allow forgiveness, apology. The root of all is love, flowing in and out of your body from the divine into you, from you into others. Your throat is purified. It's gently moving. Down from that shower of light comes the color indigo, deep blue like a night sky, all the way down through your body, instilling, infusing all of you with this beautiful intuitive energy of unconditional knowing and love, based in love, down into the core of the Mother Earth, up again, and it lands and settles in your third eye, just allowing a softening of your forehead, an opening of that inner eye, all knowing, all seeing, sense of who you are that is gentle, non-judgmental. It just knows, that part of you that just knows, that is allowed to observe, and all is well. That all is well energy flows all the way through your body and settles in every cell. And down through that shower of light comes the color violet. And that gentle, divine energy flows through your body into the core of the earth, back up again, and it infuses every single one of your chakras, your energy, your cells, your body, your muscles, your bones, your systems, all of your beautiful being of who you are with that sense of your own divine destiny, divinity, your soul. Who you are is awakened. You remember, you remember, you remember. And the mantra that you are left with, I rise above the fray, and it is here I find clear knowing. I rise above the fray, and it is here I find clear knowing. Anytime you desire, you can put yourself under that shower of light, and in a moment, invoke that experience of receiving healing light, healing energy, in the energy of the new moon. So when you're ready, you can come back into your space, and I'm going to say a few more words and close out this time together that we've had. Welcome back. It has been my pleasure and my honor to be in this creative healing space, this Rise and Renew Takeover with Irene, but don't go away yet because I'm going to give you some homework. So use your word, use the mantras, and start a journaling practice. Just take 5 minutes a day. That's all you need. Set your timer, take your word, write it down. Take thoughts, take whatever you want, but write for 5 minutes. You can go to my website, MaryDagostino, and the link's in the show notes. But go there. I have journaling guidelines, and it's for intuitive journaling, self-love, self-care journaling, and read them over. And I highly recommend you do this homework. This will mean everything for this month ahead, the year ahead, and the rest of your days if you do so. The journaling guidelines are free, complimentary on my website. I'm also offering a 30-day self-care course as a PDF. So you can purchase that on my website to support you, or you can get your own moon reports. So moon report for this full moon and new moon in February. I do them every month, and I will do that personalized for you. So you can go there. The links are in the show notes, but truly just easily and effortlessly take the time, take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, even better. But if you take your word and use it, post those mantras, get to know them, feel them, shift them around a little bit. If there's a word you want to use in a mantra, do that. This is your journey. I am here to guide, assist, offer to walk with you. You're my fellow traveler, and we need each other now more than ever. So here you go. And yeah, I'm also available for intuitive readings, for mediumship readings, soul counsel. So all my offerings can be found on my website. The mantras, use them. They have life force energy in them. And they're especially mantras and connection to yourself are especially ignited this month in the energy that we spoke of the heart, Leo, of the mind being, clear and focused, of Pisces, that how do you support yourself spiritually and physically and mentally and emotionally during these fast-moving, quite intense times. All of it is available for you. And it is my honor and my pleasure to be a guest host with Irene. And I hope you tune in and listen to all the podcasts that she has to offer, or the ones that speak to you, and come visit me and become part of my newsletter. Also, that is something I offer every week. I channel the energies each week in a writing, and I send it out. So get on my newsletter list. All right. Many, many blessings. Take good care. And I hope to hear from or see many of you this year, this month, this new moon, this full moon. Thank you so much. Bye now.
Thanks for tuning in to Grief and Rebirth. Remember, you can dive deeper into everything we've discussed by checking out the show notes and all past episodes at ireneweinberg.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Irene S. Weinberg on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and wherever you love to hang out online. Plus, we're on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe and never miss a video. For those of you listening, you'll find links to my 2 books, Good to the Last Drop and They Serve Bagels in Heaven, in the show notes. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see those books listed right above, so don't miss out. And here comes a special treat. If you sign up for Audible as a first-time user using my link, which you can find in the show notes, you can get They Serve Bagels in Heaven for free. And finally, people often ask me what I read, what I use, and what I recommend for healing and self-care. So I've carefully curated a compilation of those items to share with you. You can head over to kit.co/Grief and Rebirth to check them out. Thanks again for tuning in, and until next time, many blessings.